been so many good bands that were like great, but they just couldn't hold it together themselves. I mean, the Beatles, one example. You know, they were one of the best in the world, but they couldn't hold it. Yeah.
But that's the mystery, no? Why, for example, the Rolling Stones can play together so many years, the Beatles couldn't help that.
Because if they leave, I shoot them.
Millions of people say in the world that the Beatles were the best band ever. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that you were going on after that in 2005. Everybody thought, okay, they met for live for this show in Hyde Park, and they will go on playing together, but it didn't happen.
No.
You know why?
Yeah, David didn't want to do anymore.
No?
No.
Did it took you so long to come to South America?
Well, I suppose over the last 20 years or so, it's been getting easier to come here to South America. We always wanted to come to South America, but in Pink Floyd's great years when we were performing a lot in the 70s, it didn't seem possible.
How would you like the people to remember you two in 50 years, when everything is over?
Tall, skinny, intelligent, with a sense of humor.
Thank you, Klaus.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Good luck tomorrow. What's your opinion about the actual rock and roll music in the world?
Still these days, I feel that it's the greatest art form of the 20th century. I think there's never been a form of expression, whether it was painting or movies or theatre, that really had such a binding effect on people. I still think it's a very powerful art form, and I feel really lucky to be involved in it.
A version of like a Virgin that, especially in Berlin, I saw the images. You cried there. It was very emotional for the people watching you, and I think for you also, no?
Sometimes I cry when I do this song.
That special song?
Yeah, that song. Mm-hmm.
How did you manage to keep being the boss after so many years?
I have to keep paying people, that's all.
No, that's talent, no? That's talent.
You know, it's like...
because one can be the boss for some years.
A few years, but not a lot of years. You know, usually then that's somebody else's turn.
Why did you decide to show to the world that shows at Buenos Aires?
Because a very passionate audience, people, and they're very appreciative. The Argentinian audience was very passionate.
You can say we're the best, but then don't tell it to the Mexicans and to the Brazilians.
Yeah, you could say it.
How was when you got together in the studio? It was like those days?
Great.
Yeah?
Right.
You enjoy it?
Oh yeah, more so than ever. At least I could remember what we'd done. You know?
Yes, I'm maturing, and it's, you know, in rock and roll, you're not supposed to mature. You're supposed to stay young and all this, but I'm not doing it for them.
Can you tell that to my wife? She's always saying, you have to be
Leave
more mature.
Bebe alone. Leave him alone.
A myth, maybe it's real, that you talk very well Spanish. Is it true?
This is a myth.
It's a myth? Because
no, I'll tell you, my children speak Spanish.
Your children?
My wife speaks Spanish. The whole of our house speaks Spanish, and I stay quiet.
And you are watching yourself and seeing your face for 35 years. How did you manage to do that?
Well, we were talking the other day, Joey and I, about you know, we never thought we couldn't. We just thought we would be in a band and make it big, and we had this vision and this dream, and you know, we got an apartment together. We never thought that, you know, Mom would call up and say, well, I want you back home to go to college.
Like archaic, you know, I play the guitar. You know, it's like I feel like
you have blood.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I think, you know, with the new Green Day record, I think we're living proof that rock and roll is alive and well.
It was immediately thought to be presumptuous to say Bon Jovi because we can. And there's a part of me that likes that, but in truth, you can't. You have to utilize those three words as a. Why should I do it? Because we can. Not, you know, why are we playing here? Because we can.
Yours is more deeply, because once in the 70s they asked Mick Jagger why rock stars go out with models, and he said, because we can. Although you're a big star, it seems that you're a normal girl.
That's really good to hear. Yeah, I try to be really self-aware about things like that. If I were just to look at you and say, yeah, my life is totally normal. Like, it's not normal to be like doing interviews and then, and people are gonna watch it on TV.
Guys, see you there in May.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for traveling all this way to see us.
Encantado de conocerte también. Un placer, eh? Thank you very much. Friendship and rock and roll always.
Yes.
Thank you.
Elbows. Elbows.
Elbows. Elbows. And elbows.
Hasta luego.
See you in May in Argentina.
See you there.
One Direction. Say no more.
What a man. What a guy, everyone. Jesus, I love this guy.
They don't only sing the lyrics, they also sing the guitars, slides. They sing, the Argentines sing every song. Yes,
That's great.
Everything that the musicians are doing. And we have all the stadium doing that. And say, oh. What about the name? No, it's the first song of the album, Black and White America, and the cover. No, that photo, incredible photo, that we were talking before. It's really you, because if you show me a photo of me at that age, you won't recognize me, but you're still you. What I mean, no?
You know, that's who I've always been, and I think it's actually interesting that people get to see now that I've always been this person.
Do you remember what was?
Yeah, I was at school. That was in the schoolyard, and we were having a fair that day.
We know what Tony Bennett is for music, but what is the music for Tony Bennett?
Well, it means everything, you know. When I hear someone like him sing, and I say, that's how you're supposed to sing, you know. I can't say that for everybody.
I'm crying again.
How do you feel when you read or when you listen that many people compare the importance of your voice in the history of music with the voice of Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra?
I feel fantastic. You know, to be compared to Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra is great, and I knew both men. You know, I knew them very well.
James Brown once said that you are the most important white soul singer. What do you think of that phrase? Elton John also said it years afterwards.
Yeah, I played both of them.
Yeah. I'm With You is the name of the album. Who is you?
You.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I suppose that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Everyone is you.
Everyone, you know.
A little baby in Burma, if you will.
That's you.
Yes.
Okay.
Feels good to say it.
Yeah.
Say it. Go ahead. Say it.
Sorry?
Say it.
I'm with you.
There you go. See,
You
that
just
feel
made-
good?
You made me feel good.
I feel good.
Is there something that disturbs you of touring? Something that you don't like? What's the worst thing of touring? Because
Stopping.
you seem... Sorry?
Stopping.
Stopping.
That's the worst part about touring. Stopping. Because we get so into it, enjoy ourselves. And then when you go home, it's like going.
Your wife is there. That's the problem.
No, I don't have a wife.
His husband.
Yeah, I don't have his husband. He's not home either.
And a little voice here goes, reform the police. And a little voice here goes, no, don't do that. Reform the police. No, yes, no.
One thing is to have the idea, and the other thing is to play it, no?
Well, on the first day, I thought the guy saying no was right.
Manuel llegó antes a la entrevista y estaba nervioso como viendo a ver qué decías vos cuando llegabas y llegaste y no le mencionaste la chaqueta.
Claro, te vi a ti y me tiré a tus brazos inmediatamente.
Admitiste públicamente que eras gay, ¿no?
Yo me vacié, viejo. Yo me vacié.
¿Cómo encarar a unos hijos cuando vengan y te pregunten, ¿no? Y mamá...
Te voy a decir que no todas las familias son iguales. Y yo te hable de este tema no quiere decir que ya yo esté pensando en casarme.
Te iba a proponer que te cases en Argentina.
En Argentina, ¿verdad?
Y ahora, para tus fans, Shakira está bien, feliz y contenta y arriba del escenario, que es lo que más les gusta, ¿no?
Sí, bueno, ya me verán en Buenos Aires, a ver, eso lo pueden juzgar ustedes.
Un beso.
Gracias.
Mi padre me coloca una guitarra a los 7 años también y me enseña los primeros acordes y ahí comienza a pasar de todo. Jugaba fútbol todo el tiempo, hacía todas las cosas que hace un niño de 8 años, pero la guitarra me apasionaba.
¿El exceso de cariño no te molesta?
No, yo creo que todos somos excesivos en casi de todo.
Sí.
Entonces...
¿Me lo vas a decir a mí?
No, por eso te miraba a los ojitos mientras te lo decía.
Here's to leaving no foolish deed undone, moving to the beat of our own crazy drum.
You keep making records every 2 years, you keep touring, you have like an ethic in your work. What makes you keep doing that? Because you don't need to do more music. You have enough music. It's passion, it's a need.
Yeah, it's really passion and a need, and a love, and a dream that's still coming true from when I was 13 to play drums. And then by the time I was 17, I got a kit, and things have worked out really well since then. But I love playing, you know, and I'm the drummer. I want a couple of guitars and bass players. And so I do it because I love it. The touring, you know, nobody loves touring. We only want to play, but we have to tour. And in Argentina, I played to the biggest crowd I ever played, ever.